So you finally reached that point. You've got a business. You understand how to develop these businesses. Some of you, you took the idea of creating the business, you created multiple streams and multiple businesses with what you had. You've actually built this out. Let's pretend we're at the latter part of your time frame. Because remember, you got the golden years that you wanted to create. Maybe you now see the potential of having your business and setting it up in such a way that you have a legacy series of products, a legacy line, a legacy series of companies. Some you gonna keep, some you gonna sell, some you gonna do whatever it is. You created a portfolio of this kind of stuff. Okay, you got this. You got this, right? What are you gonna do with it? Now you done hit your golden years. Are you gonna keep it and let it be legacy for your children? How you setting up that legacy? What's the trust gonna look like for your kids? Because some of you won't have kids, some of you got kids right now. Some of you, you've come to this point and you understand it. How you gonna be let out in order to protect the legacy that you have built? To one, make sure your children don't squander it away. Because if you build a portfolio of assets, companies, products, all of this kind of stuff, if something happened to you, you get sick or something, like who's covering that for you? And don't make it your 20-year-old that don't care about your business at all. And they gonna sit up there and squander the whole daggone thing. Do you have a company that's covering the business? Do you have a lawyer that's covering to make sure that this thing is protected in the case something happens to you because you done got old? I've seen many a case. I watched a certain scenario. Pay close attention. There was a case where it was a church. Man was 90 years daggone years old. 90. His son and the woman he married were in cahoots with each other. To take the money. And they ran that daggone church into the ground. Because they wanted the money for themselves. They were taking the major portion of it because he signed over because he was 90 years old. 90 some odd years old. Then he got sick. Worst factor ever. And that thing just went down. They stopped taking care of it. They stopped doing. One people barely ever come to the church anyway, but I need you to pay close attention. This is why you got to make sure that you have the right people hired in. Because as years go by, the people need to be able to protect you. Protect your assets. You don't need to get to that phase where you get to that season where you in your golden years, in your 50s, in your 60s, and you want a vacation. You have good times with your family. You're at the phase that you want to have a good time with your spouse. 70s, you want to just travel and enjoy yourself. You don't want to know that the people that you left behind that business in the hands of are in cohesion and convolution. This is why you had the financial lockbox. To make sure everything was protected, certain things had to be signed off on. There's some high-end, high-earning celebrities that they don't let nothing come out their daggone accounts until they signed off on it. Because they want to know what's going where and how it's moving. Because for them, like hell, they done went all through all this to earn this money to lose it like that. Where's the money going? What charity is it going to? What's the trust? Where is it going? How is the children going to take care of it? Do you have responsible children that they see what you are building and they're like, I'm going to be the one? Because some of us, we be like, oh, I'm going to send the inheritance to my first child. That's going to be the one that's going to inherit the company. And it's like, that child ain't want that company. That child had his own desires. Figure out what you going to do with your money because you want that to be legacy. Meaning when you die, you want that thing to follow your kids and your grandkids, and you want it to be set up. And some of you, you got legacy level wealth. Companies, portfolios, things are flowing. You got a good management team. Stuff is flowing right. Money flowing in and out properly. You need to make sure that it don't end with you. It was a case that I heard about a woman. She ended up catching cancer. And she had managed an entire business and company. When she passed on from stage 4 cancer, her family had the business set up in such a way that to this day, if you went to her business, it's still operational because of the way that it was set up. So I need you to know what you out here doing, because you don't want to sit up here and get all of this stuff, create something that's worthy, develop all this, do your networking contacts, to build up all of this kind of stuff that you've figured out the pacing of it. You got your streams, your all of this to get to the end of your life and be like, what in the world? What in the world? Now, let me just put it to you this way. And this is my last point. The fact of the matter is, you could take anything that I've said in this series, break it down, separate it, do multiple different businesses, all of this kind of stuff. All of the main base points are the same. Determine what you want to do, multiply that amount, however, do so for however many years that you're trying to do the business, multiply it throughout the years. Maybe you want to increase the amounts, so on and so forth. But you also got to calculate what it is that you want to do, whether it's a product, whether it's a service, whether it's whatever your additional thing is. Calculate that into it. Make your determinations. Grow it out. But you don't want to get to the end of all of that and built this out. You figured it out. You developed it. And have no protection that when you die, it dies with you. Because ain't nobody else going to cover it, because you didn't set it up that way. So I hope that this series blessed you, because it was me telling you how not only to make your 55K, in a year, but you can take any of these pieces of advice and build it out and multiply it to whatever capacity that you want. So, what do you want to do? So I hope this blessed you. Until next time, bye.